What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the second episode of the Inductive podcast. I'm with my great, awesome friend, who's been the co-host for the other episodes of Inductive podcast, the O4 Project.
What's up, Gunnies?
Yeah. And the topic of today is clickbait. And should you use it?
Shit.
Should you use it?
Well, if you use it right, like, you shouldn't be putting tits with fidget spinners, you know, on the thumbnail. Like, stuff like that.
I'm using it, I'm gonna use it as a joke, okay?
Yeah, I know. I was using it as a running joke as well. But yeah, no, like stuff like that, and then if your video is about taking bubble baths, it's a really bad job. So,
would you use clickbait?
Personally, I've used clickbait. Just like that's like massive, like shitty ass clickbait. It's sort of just like pretty chill clickbait. Like if it has something to do with your video, even slightly, and you just dramatize it, that's fine. But as long as it has something to do with your video, other than that, yeah, no, I don't think it should be used.
What do you think of people that use clickbait?
I believe it seems a little bit desperate at times. Like it just sort of looks a bit sad having to know that some people have to use clickbait to get by.
Do you know the YouTuber called Exility?
Yes.
He used to do all of the Black Ops, like not even Black Ops. I think it's just in general, just fucking cancerous clickbait. Like, you won't believe the new glitch in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, or my sister's naked, excited, or exclamation point, question mark, and my mom had sex with me. I'm just listening. I'm just listening things that, I mean, I'm listening to myself say it, and it's cancer. So I don't even wanna go into it.
Well, see, it's like the idea of clickbait is to, get your target audience, which usually, if you're a COD player, you're just, honestly, it's not even funny, but you're trying to mean, but it's 100% true, stuff like COD, that's what you're trying to get. So, say if you're playing COD while talking about some topic that is dirty or just sort of a little bit filthy, that automatically makes you think, okay, I'm gonna have to put something completely disgusting as the thumbnail. So it's like your sister moaning or some shit, like I heard my sister moan or some shit like that. And you put that as a text in the thumbnail, and that's pretty much clickbait, and it's makes it easier to target young ones that are between the ages of like 12 and 16, who are just sort of experiencing their own sex drive type shit. So it's like, that's like, clickbait makes it so much easier to just gain those few extra subs.
Fair enough. I personally think it's just, I mean, it's wrong to manipulate your fans, and it's a very cunnish way to gain views and subs. They always
100%, but if like
they always
they
always go out of their way, and they just they make the thumbnail, so they know what they're doing. They're personally going out of their way to manipulate their fans. Now, it's not just in the COD community. You have the GTA community too,
Oh yeah, the GTA is pretty bad.
Yeah, we're just naming a few. And it seems they both have a running trend, right? Giveaways. Yeah, that little
there's a lot
thing.
of giveaway ones.
There's also a lot of people exposing them for fake giveaways.
It's also like a lot of symbols that have been used, within the English community. Stuff like $, exclamation, question marks, just basic little grammar bits. They use a lot in clickbait. It's sort of like the main go-to for clickbait is question marks, exclamation marks, and $. Like it's and it does manipulate the fans to think that that's what the whole video is about. It's some crazy shit, or it's more wild than what it actually is. Like, say if you went to like the supermarket and you got a loaf of bread, where you can say is my bread came to life when I was paying for it, but the fact is you sort of let it fall down and you don't know how it fell down on the counter or some shit like that. Like, it's just clickbait over exaggerates everything, and like it tends to pick up a lot of like views and stuff like COD, GTA. These are all pretty easy targets. The community are pretty, you know, easygoing. They play video games. They can, and I don't like to say it because I play video games too, but a lot of them are sexually frustrated, and that's not even a joke. So it's easy to sort of pick on with clickbait because it's, you know, just one way of sort of satisfy, I guess. So someone clicks on it and they're hoping that it'd be good.
Yeah. And a lot of the thumbnails you can find, like, a lot of their thumbnails you can find these red arrows.
Yeah, the phase red arrows shit, and, you know, other COD users. Sometimes GTA users as well. The red arrows you use a shit ton.
Some people, like, if you're a small channel and use clickbait, people shun you. But you got people like FaZe, you know, I don't even see what the big deal of them is. Like, it's like, oh, people are gonna be like, oh god, you like jealous, bro, like, because they can like make money playing games and shit, and you can't. They're like great and shit. It's like, if you, at the end of the day, right, this isn't about FaZe, so I'm just gonna say this, but at the end of the day, it's just a bunch of sweaty guys living in one house. It's as bad as,
to be
sad
fair,
as clickbait.
But with them, like, a lot of them move out after a while from the FaZe house, and they still have their YouTube jobs, but it's like they're FaZe members, and to sort of, you know, really get that community of COD and YouTube, you know, YouTubers and COD users, it's easier to sort of show stuff like the FaZe house, because that's sort of like anyone between the age of 12 and 16, like, oh, when I grow up, I'm gonna get like a share house with my mates type shit.
Hell yeah. Nothing's better than sharing a fucking house. But the reason why I brought up FaZe in the first place was, okay, they clickbait hardcore, like, you can't deny that.
Ultimate clickbait.
But people say it's fine for them. Like, they can do it just without any repercussion. It's clickbait.
Because they've done this thing since they really began. They've done clickbait since the beginning, and it's sort of, they're allowed to sort of keep doing it because it's sort of their thing. So now whenever someone does clickbait, it's like, oh, you're copying, or you're doing this, you're doing that, blah 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 blah. Where it's like, because they've been doing it for so long, it's just the norm. So it's 100% fine if they do it. But if you're someone else, then yeah, you can't do it.
Some people, some people make their channel on clickbait, and that's,
yeah. But it's like, if you've been doing it for years and years, and you've got popular while doing it,
so
it's like, it's fine if you do it, because it's like, yeah, it's a thing you do, and people got used to it by now, so it's like, you can't really change that. But, you know, because it's like, say for Jacksepticeye, for instance, you know how his thumbnail's always colourful and it's got his face in it?
Yeah.
Where if he got rid of that, if he did not put his face in it, then it was a little bit more darker, as people were scrolling through their sub box, not always are they checking the username, they're just sort of going off the feel, and you know it's a Jacksepticeye video when you see his thumbnail, just like you know it's a FaZe video when you see their thumbnail. So it's like, it's sort of what their channel is, it's their identity. And for FaZe, their identity is clickbait. It's sort of what they are, it's what they need to keep doing, because it's the only way they can get views. The second they get rid of it, and they will have much less viewers because they don't know it's a phase video. They think it's just another run on a schmuck video.
Run on a schmuck video. The reason why I can't really talk so much is I did this little it was a undercover video, I'll put in quotes, because I tried a little bit of clickbait to see what would happen, and that video got actually like 3 dislikes, because nobody watches my videos, but you know, compared to the other, a 4 to 3 like ratio. And the fact of the matter is, yeah, you're correct. You're correct. If you don't start your channel off on clickbait at all, like it's not like a running gag or anything, you're gonna get hate for it. Also, some people probably do it to keep their channel alive and relevant, because with YouTube's ad boycott, which we could discuss like another half an hour about, because like how the people they just pulled their ads from YouTube because they didn't want anti-Semitic videos and shit to get advertised and paid for, because people shun the brands that fucking pay for them.
Well, see, it's like, even if you put in clickbait, it doesn't tend to mean you get money now, because the way YouTube decides to work now is if you have someone click on your video and they stay on the video, that's when you get money. But if they just click it and be like, oh, skim through it, like I'm just going to keep clicking around the video until I find that point, then you're not going to get any money for it. That's why FaZe has been a lot more, they've had to go a little bit more cheap lately. They can't buy as much stuff as they used to, whereas they used to in their older videos, because they used to go out, buy random games and PlayStations and shit like that. Now they haven't really been buying so much shit. They've been a lot more careful. And that's because people are just clicking through their videos because they're hoping to find a spot that's funny or good. And so because of that, it's sort of affected them in a way for money. It's sort of the same for other YouTubers, but the ones that doesn't really affect are people like Jack, Felix, Mark, all of them. All of those, they're fine, because people tend to watch their videos from beginning to end. They love their content. But for clickbait videos like Exili, especially stuff like Exili, when they're skipping through trying to find the point of the video, FaZe, fuck my videos, stuff like that, it's sort of like, then you don't get as much money when someone just watches it from beginning to end, because beginning to end is the best way to sort of get money. And because of that, clickbait's sort of become irrelevant now, but people are still doing it in hopes that it'll work.
But a workaround with that is to put, like, even if they was to skip through the video to find that part, a workaround is by bringing up, like, they do their intro, then they throw on a scumbag type fucking giveaway announcement or something, and that tends to like bring up to about 2.5 to 3 minutes before they like, and then they thank the audience for like leaving their support and stuff, because the only support that they're getting is because of the giveaway and the hopes that they would win the giveaway. So that's another minute. So there's already like 4.5 fucking minutes in the video, and not any except in the background. And then
1 sec. Sorry, Peter, to do this. I'll just talk to you a little bit later. I gotta meet you. Do another video.
And then...
Okay, you're good.
Hold on, I have to pause it. I lost my train of thought, but like...
I don't remember where we were up to.
other than the fact that, yeah, like half a minute, 4.5 minutes to go through, and the fucking, yeah. It's just, yeah. Like half the video is not even there, and then when they actually get to the content, it's usually lies and manipulation, because and then I can't comprehend it. I'm stuttering over my words because I can't comprehend the amount of just stupidity it is. It's stupid that people do it. It's stupid that people fall for it. This is why you need to see who uploads the video, because you're either going to get complete trash, or you're going to get an actual informative video. Like I was.
I think at the end of the year, I'll do a giveaway video just to sort of prove this point. But the idea is with the giveaway video is it's meant to be sort of like a thank you in a way for you to give back instead of a way to get. Because the idea is what they do is they say, oh, just sub. You should watch the video to the end, see if like there's a code hidden somewhere in the video. Because that's honestly the best way of doing it, is just saying there's a code hidden somewhere in the video and you gotta hunt for it. And then that makes them having to watch all of it until they find the video, the code. And it's like the first person to put in the code, blah 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 blah, wins, blah 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 blah. And like that's the best way of doing it. But these people, they're not really clickbaiting smart. There's two different types of clickbait. There's smart clickbait, and then there's just plain old fucking dickhead clickbait. And those are the people that sort of say, oh, wait until the end to get my $10 PSN voucher or whatnot. And because that, they just skip to the end, where you should be using smart clickbait. Smart, like use your clickbait, but in a way that works for you and doesn't piss off people.
A subtopic to clickbait would have to be shoutouts. Those shoutout Sunday stuff in a way that is clickbait, because you got these people like mindlessly like the video and comment because they get shoutouts from other people to grow their channel. So in a way, it's a form of clickbait
still like
too.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's like, with those shout-out videos, it's not the best because you're a small YouTuber, shouting someone out doesn't mean it'll end well. Simply because if you're a small YouTuber, like say you have 30 subs and you do a shout-out Sundays, and someone with 100 subs, says, hey, can you shout me out? The person with 100 subs, when he gets shouted out, right? The problem with that is the small amount of people that the 30 sub dude has, like, there's like a small amount, not many, and then after that, he shouts them out. Probably one of those 30 people actually go check out the channel. So shout out Sundays is a terrible way to sort of get your, channel started, because you're not going to get anything from it. I think that's something small YouTubers are still learning, that Shout Sundays does not work unless if that person's, influential, like, 1 mil, and then, if you get shout out by 1 mil channel, you're good, you're set. And that's like for life, because fucking that shit's epic. But it's like, if you only got shout out by someone with 30 subs, it's like, you're not going to get anything, you're probably going to get 1 extra sub. And that's if he likes the content and actually watches it.
You say it's a terrible way to start your channel, right? Like, grow it. Wouldn't clickbait also be because it ruins your reputation?
Well, that's the thing. It's like, it doesn't ruin your reputation if you don't have one to begin with. So with clickbait, what it does is, if you start your channel off that, that's just all they're going to think you are, is just a person that clickbaits, and that's it. And it's very difficult to sort of keep a channel running with just clickbait, like, because your clickbait's going to get more and more epic every single time. Like, it can't slack. You gotta have better clickbait every time you make a new video, and this is getting to a point where it's just exhausting trying to figure out what a new clickbait could be.
I think that's why Xilly quit clickbaiting on Call of Duty, because now it's just fidget spinner this, fidget spinner that.
Yeah,
and
that's
take a trend,
it's all about trends.
And they throw in the title.
Yeah, it takes trends.
Like they have fidget spinner in the title, and there's not a single fidget spinner ever. Just.
Yeah, cause see, that's fucked. But if you have fidget spinners in there, and it's something serious about fidget spinners, like some kid guy using a fidget spinner, then if you like talk about that, that's fine. But if it's like your fidget, like I said, like if you had fidget spinners on Tits, it's just not gonna be sort of it's just gonna be clickbait. Click it, and it's got fidget spinners in it, and that's it.
I'd
like
love
your
to
content
see
act doesn't even have to do anything about that.
I'd love to see that.
What? Fidget spinners on tits?
Fidget spinner on tits.
The dream.
Yeah, it's like the best thing though. Like, just spinning around. But in all honesty, though, would you recommend clickbait to anyone starting off?
Nah. I recommend just start as soon as you can and hope for the best. Because that's all you can do.
And just to keep trying and trying until you get something that works.
Pretty much.
And then there's people that get stuck with certain content, like Minecraft or something stupid and mundane as that, because you're gonna run out of Minecraft content at some point. That's what a lot.
Yeah.
That's why I've seen clickbait YouTubers actually use though. Is like,
Well, it's like
because their channel.
for those. Like well, it's difficult for some YouTubers. Of some YouTubers, it's easy. If you made your you know whole career, it's best to switch games and continue using clickbait. Sorry, there's a train going by. Can you hear that?
Nah, it's okay.
Okay, that's gone now. But yeah, if you switch games and use clickbait on something else, it's difficult. So you can't go from like say COD to GTA, because then you know all your fans, which are COD fans, come in and they're like, oh, I'm not a big fan of GTA, I prefer COD. So you can't really switch to GTA. Minecraft YouTubers are the same. You know, if they've built like Diamond or Sky does Minecraft, whatever it is, if he switched to different games, he's got a lot less viewers than say if he just did Minecraft. And I think that's a big problem, especially with clickbait for COD. You can't really use clickbait for something else.
Unless that's what your channel is like really based off of.
Yeah, so like Jack, for instance, his is constantly there's a new game, it's switching up, and that's what's got his like viewers always watching. You know, people are like, oh, I really want to watch another episode of Subnautica. And you know they're gonna be there. They're gonna wait and they're gonna watch other videos while they're waiting for like 3 days. And he uploads another Subnautica. They're like, oh yes, I really want to watch another one. And then, but he's known for everything else as well. So if he stops playing Subnautica and he's finished playing it, and he switches it to a new game, they'll be like, oh, this is a new series I can watch. So it's always constantly something new, and it's always good to constantly switch it up. That's why my channel is being, you know, a mix of Fallout, Skyrim, COD, the GTA, etc., etc.
Yeah. I think we've exhausted the fucking term clickbait at this point. So at the end of the day, clickbait's bad. Fake giveaways are bad.
For sure.
Okay. I have two more questions. One being, should fans avoid clickbaity titles and clickbait content? And
no.
Should fans hate on the people for doing that?
And no.
No.
So, like I said, some people just need to use clickbait to keep going, and if they just because you know they have to do it, that's fair enough. I mean, you shouldn't hate on someone because their channel's gonna die if they don't. It's just content creators trying to keep their shit up. But if like you know someone who's just starting and you know really using it, like going all out, that's when you know you can start getting a little bit bitchy to them, because it's just you shouldn't like over time use it. But it's, should you click on a video that's clickbait? Sometimes yes, sometimes you know it will look like clickbait, but it's the legit thing. and those are the things you're looking for because those tend to be good full-on content. It's probably best to sometimes click on clickbait videos, but if you know it's like just giveaways and shit, don't bother. There's always going to be someone else there before you are. There's always going to be someone else that's going to get it. It's, you know, there's always no point, even if the giveaway's real. If it's not, then nah. Like, you know what I mean? It's still like sometimes click on them because sometimes they're good. But like, if it has tits in it, or if it has like money or giveaways, okay, just stay clear. It's the best of you.
Anything else you want to say, point out?
Well, I think.
Well, I'm sorry this podcast is a little short. It's just there's nothing we can talk about clickbait that's not been said already. It's what it is.
Yeah,
it's scummish.
I think we've done that pretty well.
And yeah, we hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, post, comment, and subscribe. And
Bye.
I'll talk to you later. Peace.